Devotional. Undeserved grace, the gift of salvation. Ephesians 2:8. For by grace are you saved through faith, and this not of you, for it is the gift of God. This verse reminds us of a fundamental truth in the Christian life. Salvation is not something we can earn by our own merits or efforts, but an unmerited gift from God, bestowed through faith. God's grace is the foundation upon which our relationship with Him is built, and faith is the means by which we receive it. As we reflect on this verse, we can renew our gratitude for the gift of salvation and understand more deeply the greatness of divine grace. 1. Salvation by grace, an undeserved gift. The verse begins with the statement that, by grace you are saved. God's grace is an unmerited favor, something we cannot earn or deserve. In our human nature, we are separated from God because of sin, and there is nothing we can do to draw near to Him in our own strength. However, God, in His infinite mercy, has decided to give us salvation for free. It is a gift, not a salary for our good works. Salvation is an act of grace that reveals the love and compassion of a God who, despite our imperfection, offers us reconciliation with Him. 2. Faith as a means of receiving grace. Although salvation is a gift from God, it is received through faith. Faith is the answer God seeks in us. It is not something we can generate on our own, but it is an act of trust in what Jesus did for us on the cross. As we put our faith in Him, we accept His sacrifice and trust that His grace is sufficient for our salvation. Faith is the channel through which we receive God's gift, recognizing that we cannot save ourselves, but are completely dependent on His grace. 3. Salvation is a gift from God. The verse stresses that, this is not of yourselves, for it is the gift of God. Salvation is not something that comes from us, but it is a gift given by God. No matter how good we try to be, how many times we attend church, or how many good works we do, salvation is not based on our works, but on God's goodness. This gift is not only a gift, but something that changes our lives, transforming us from lost beings to children of God, made new creatures in Christ. The humility needed to accept this gift reminds us that there is no room for human pride in our relationship with God. Practical applications. 1. Live grateful for God's grace. Regularly reflect on the undeserved gift of salvation and thank God for His love and mercy. Remember that there is nothing you have done to earn it, only what He has done for you. 2. Trust fully in faith. Don't lean on your efforts or accomplishments to draw closer to God. Faith in what Jesus did for you on the cross is what gives you access to His grace. Trust that He saves you, not by your merits, but by His sacrifice. 3. Share the gift of salvation. Just as you have received this gift, share it with others. God's grace is for everyone, and we are to be instruments so that others can know and receive this same salvation through faith. Conclusion. Ephesians 2:8 reminds us that salvation is a free gift from God, granted by grace through faith. No matter what we have done, we cannot earn our salvation, but we can receive it with gratitude and humility. May this verse prompt you to live with a grateful heart and to always depend on divine grace, knowing that it is only through it that we are saved.